On this all-new episode of Nightlife, we check out the future stars of the NHL as the U10 Vegas Junior Golden Knights participated in a tournament in the Emerald City.
Hey, you got a rebound in front of the net? Hit him! And you went football field goal.
And we relived the dominant win against the New York Islanders and a very special moment.
Upstairs for Jack Eichel, a power play goal.
Well, first NHL point for Lucas Cormier. They can celebrate.
Plus, we sit down with Caitlin Parker to discuss the rise of the youth programs, both in Las Vegas and Seattle.
Having the sense of pride that goes into wearing the jersey and being part of this great organization is incredible, and it's fun to see the growth and see kids fall in love with the sport.
All of that and more this week on Nightlife. Welcome into this all-new episode of Nightlife. While the big club was in Seattle to take on the Kraken in the Winter Classic, the young VGK superstars were just across the city, taking part in a tournament of their own. We mic'd up one of the youngsters during the team's third game, and we think you might recognize the name.
Let's go Vegas! Let's go Vegas! Yeah, they're nice.
How does it feel to get to wear it on the ice before your dad?
It feels good. It makes me feel special. Finally, I get to wear something in advance versus him. Hey, Milo! Let no goals go in. No goals. You got it. Steve, I'll give you $1 if you do a mission. Fine, I'll do a mission. I'll go like... Wait, if I do the quick drive between the legs or Michigan, will you give me $5? I'll give you $2. For any of those? For both of those. Okay, I'll do the quick drop maybe between the legs if I want to. Golden Knights! Golden Knights!
This weekend's just to have fun, right?
Let's kick some butt.
Yeah, let's be the best.
9, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1! Here, Luke! Luke! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh! Can't pass that. James, passe la rondelle. OK? Passe ça. Osez juste faire des buts, là. Passe ça.
Stop roofing it! You keep the puck low.
James, move the puck here.
I was trying to.
No, you weren't. You were skating towards Luke. Pass it. Hey, faut que tu sois plus fort sur ton bâton un peu plus, OK? Là, faut que tu sois capable de passer puis de lancer quand c'est le temps, là. OK? Let's go, là. T'es meilleur que ça, là. Hey, aussi les battles, là. Gagne les battles, là. Don't fly by. Oh, no. Ah ouais, Jack. Jack! Hey! There you go. You see, just move it up. Really nice pass, Kai. I like that. At least their goalie's a little bigger. It'll really be tougher to score there. Nice pass, James. That was kind of a bullet. Oh, what a pass. There we go. Good old blind pass up the middle. Let's see it. Oh, that was a nice save again. I want to see the clapper.
Daddy, tell you to show with you. Yeah!
Time for our first break here on Nightlife. Coming up next, we sit down with Jonathan Marchessault to talk about coaching and watching his son grow within the Junior Golden Knights youth program.
It's just fun that they can share the same passion, and it's easy for me to tell them, like, I've been in their shoes, you know, I know exactly what they think, what they go through and all that, so I just want to be there for them and trying to help them.
Don't go anywhere. Nightlife on Scripps Sports will be right back. Welcome back to Nightlife. Jonathan Marchessault has seen it all here in Vegas. The love of hockey has grown tremendously since the Golden Knights arrived in the Valley. Marchie has played a huge role in that both on the ice and off of it. We sat down with him to chat about being a coach and his passion for growing the game.
We know about Jonathan Marchessault, the player. We want to talk about Jonathan Marchessault, the coach, because we got a behind-the-scenes look at you coaching your son, James, a couple weeks ago. But first, let's rewind. Was James always meant to be a hockey player? Was there ever a doubt?
No, not really. When he was young, instead of having like the little blanket that they carry everywhere, he was having a mini stick. So he always been really into hockey.
What is the most rewarding part about coaching your own son?
I mean, it's my passion. So it's just fun that they can share the same passion, and it's easy for me to tell them, like, I've been in their shoes, you know, I know exactly what they think, what they go through and all that, so I just want to be there for them and trying to help them. And, you know, when I was young, I had no one to tell me all those things, so I would obviously have a little privilege there, and I try to pass it along to the kids that I coach.
What are some of those things that you stress that you wish you would have been told when you were younger?
You know, like at that age, like obviously you're trying to win a hockey game, but at the end of the day, you're trying to look at yourself in a mirror as a hockey player, and you got to get better. Like every month, you need to get better and better, and I think that's one thing that I emphasize with my kids. Is I want them to always get better and improve. So every 6 months, I bring mom over, and I'm like, "What do you think?" And they're like, they think they're actually getting better. So. I guess we're doing a good job.
You said you bring mom over. I was going to ask, what is Alex's role? Is she pretty hands-on from a coaching perspective?
Actually, she started really from scratch. Like she knew nothing about hockey, and ever since I've been with her, her input is normally dead on.
Yeah.
She also tells me what she thinks about my game and what the kids' games and all that, and most of the time she's pretty dead on. So it's good to have her on our team.
Can you put into perspective how often hockey is being talked about in the Marchessault household?
Well, you know, like to get better, in life, it's like everything. You need work, you need practice, and there's no secret to it. There's only so many Connor McDavids that are so good naturally, and I'm sure he put in a really big amount of effort out there too to become where he is now. So there's no secret to it. You gotta work and you gotta get better every day, and you're never too fast. Your hands are never too good. Your shot's never too good. So it's just one of those things. You gotta get better every day.
Do you see coaching in your future?
I do. I definitely want to. There's two things that I would be doing after when I'm done is coach my kids. I would love to do that, but I would also love to. If I have to stay in hockey, I would do it in the NHL. I think I've grinded enough in the minors and in junior that I would probably just stay in the NHL.
Do you think you would have felt that way before coaching your kids' teams, or is that passion something that's come out through coaching your kids?
No, it came out with coaching the kids. Honestly, I love trying to help them. You know, like the details of like how to shoot and stuff like that. Things that I never really knew when I was young, and I just really love it. Like I like to do like team stuff, but also I'm pretty good at specific skills for each kids out there, and I'm trying to, you know, there's practice go fast only an hour, and you're trying to like teach a lot of things, but once in a while I like to do personal stuff too.
What have you learned about yourself through the coaching process?
You know, like it's tougher to coach, I think, because you don't control the situation ahead of you, really. You're trying to like be hands-on, and you're trying to be like as good as preparing your kids and all that kind of stuff. But when you play, it's me, myself, and I look at myself in the mirror and what can I do to become better. And I think that is a little bit easier for me.
Is there a certain coach from your career that stands out that you either try to emulate or would like to one day?
You know what? I've had a lot of coaches. A lot of them helped me get where I am right now. I think one of the coaches that I like the most, that would be probably Bruce, because honestly, like I've not won a lot in my life, and I won a Stanley Cup with him, so I will always respect him and his work and the way he handles things. And he's been great. He's been great for our team since he came in.
And his kids play here in Vegas too. What's that like to see that side of him? Just both of you are around the rink all the time.
Yeah, we cross pat. Berkey's son is on one of my son's team too. Yeah, we cross pat sometimes, and yeah, it's good to see the hockey grow in Vegas.
What has it been like for you? You talk about the growth here, just from when you moved here and James was young and really early in his hockey career, to see how far it's come. Now, what stands out?
It's great now. You know, what's important is coaching, and you need good coaches along the years and the development of the kids, and that's what's the most important. You want your kids to every year get better, and that's what we're trying to do here.
What is James's draft year?
Oh, I don't. He's a 2014, so I guess it's 18 years later, so 32.
Yep. Good math. Doesn't even matter. He could be undrafted and still win the Conn Smythe.
That would be the dream, right?
That would be the dream. Well, Jonathan, thanks for doing this. Congratulations on everything you're doing on the ice and behind the bench as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Time for another break here on Nightlife. Coming up next, we sit down with Caitlin Parker, who is helping lead the youth movement in Seattle.
It's just so important to just allow kids to experience the game, and any way that we can do that, whether that's from ball hockey getting into schools, whether it's events, having people just try skating for the first time. And I think having the ability to have people experience it more is going to create more hockey players in the long run.
Keep it live, right here on Nightlife. Welcome back to Nightlife. The hockey youth movement in Vegas has taken off since the arrival of the VGK. It's beginning to do the same in Seattle, with the Kraken taking root. The two newest franchises have played huge roles in expanding the game, and we sat down with one of the leaders in Seattle, Caitlin Parker, to discuss just that.
Well, Caitlin, our paths kind of cross here as the Vegas Junior Golden Knights and the Junior Kraken have a tournament here in Seattle. What is happening behind us?
So we have a 10U Jamboree happening right now. So we have 12 teams from across Washington, as well as a team from Alaska, and then 2 teams from Vegas here. And we've been playing 3 games. So the girls right now are on their 3rd game of the day, and they all get to play each other one time. And it's been awesome just to have a bunch of people in town and at the training center too.
What role do you play in the youth hockey scene here in Seattle?
So I'm a senior manager of player development. So what that basically means is we oversee and help run and create all the different youth platforms for everyone that comes through our building.
You grew up in Washington. You grew up playing hockey. Tell me about your background and what led you here.
Yeah, so grew up in Washington, in Bellingham, Washington, so it's about an hour and a half north from here, and grew up playing, started skating when I was 4 years old, and hockey's taken me to incredible places, given me a college education, as well as allowed me to meet incredible human beings and travel the world, and was really fortunate to be asked to come join our incredible organization and club and be part of the growth of this. For me, it's kind of a dream come true, because getting to pair my passion, which ice hockey, and then being close to my family as well is awesome.
Something that each of the 2 newest expansion franchises have in common is they have the ability to tremendously grow the game in their cities and their states and their regions. You've been here since day one. How have you seen youth hockey grow just in these last few years here?
It's been incredible. I think the exposure, our team getting out in the community, welcoming people to our amazing facility, whether that's public skate or learn to skate or to join Learn to Play Hockey, has been awesome, and it's just booming. It's so exciting to see people wearing the S around. You see it in all different places, and you're in the airport or you're in Alaska or in California. So I think just the exposure of that has been super fun, and it's fun to see the growth and see kids fall in love with the sport. What's impressed you most about the way things have taken off here? I think just how passionate people are. I mean, Seattle's a sports city. It has been for a long time. We're fortunate we had 2 WHL teams, one in Everett and one in Kent. And so now to have an NHL team here too and see that next level and just bringing more people to the arena and experience what the highest level of hockey is like is amazing.
Someone else who's played a big role in the growth of hockey here is Chad Goodwin. He also played a big role in launching a lot of the youth hockey programming in Vegas as well. What did he say to your team about the way youth hockey was booming in Vegas when he came here, and how have you kind of followed that model?
Chad's been incredible. We have all our players that enter our Learn to Play program go through Learn to Skate, which is something very similar that he had in Vegas, and having that relationship with your skating department from the youth hockey perspective to skating is awesome. Because if you can't skate, it's really hard to play hockey. I think the biggest thing he brought from Vegas is just organized chaos. It's a lot of kids on the ice at once, but you're just exposing them, you're making it super fun, and I think he brings in a certain amount of energy and effort, and he just makes that time with the skaters super fun, and then the next level, hopefully we can match that so that they continue to fall in love with the sport and want to come to the Kraken Community Iceplex every day and keep getting better.
Why is it important in both markets, not only to grow youth hockey, but to grow girls youth hockey?
Yeah, I think it's important. Selfishly, I mean, hockey is, to me, one of the best sports in the world, if not the best sport in the world. Maybe a little biased, but
no, it is.
I think it's just so important to just allow kids to experience the game, and any way that we can do that, whether that's from ball hockey getting into schools, and we have a great community outreach program that does that, whether it's events, having people just try skating for the first time, and then they get to go see it on local news and read about it in newspaper, and it's part of our community now. And I think having the ability to have people experience it more is going to create more hockey players in the long run. And for girls hockey, I think it's one of the fastest growing sports in the United States. And just to see it grow in here, last year we started our girls program for the Junior Kraken. We had 2 teams. This year we have 7. So it's phenomenal to see the growth. It's awesome to see little girls looking up to it and wearing the S. And last year we were able to host the rivalry series. I know you guys did as well. And seeing all the fans and the little girls getting to see people that look like them and role models at KCI training and then at Climate Pledge Arena, and we had the highest attendance record, which was awesome.
Wow.
So it was super fun, and I think just being able to have those opportunities come through Seattle for little girls to look up to and see the best Olympians and female hockey players play, as well as to little boys and girls looking up to see NHL players. So it's super important, and I'm very grateful to just be a small part of it.
Speaking of events rolling through Seattle, the Winter Classic gave a lot of youth hockey players, both on the Vegas side and on the Seattle side, an opportunity to go and see that game in person. What impact do you think that had on the kids?
I think it's a memory that will last a lifetime. Being able to go with family or your teammates to go watch that game, incredible experience. The roof's open, it's outside. The city of Seattle showcasing it's great hockey being played in front of them, and I think it's something for the memory books for them, but also that just really lucky that we're able to be a part in that and allow those families to go and just watch incredible hockey outside in a beautiful setting.
Time for another break here on Nightlife. Coming up next, we relive the Golden Knights' dominant win over the New York Islanders.
Back the other way, Palmieri, and a big save, Thompson. And now Wall scores! His shot breaks through Sorokin. It's a 2-goal night for Nick Waugh.
Keep it locked right here on Nightlife. Welcome back to Nightlife. After a couple of tough losses, the Golden Knights look for a spark from some of their stars and a new face with the New York Islanders in town.
Are you ready? There's the solo lap. Big smile. Big moment for Lucas Cormier tonight in his NHL debut, the 21-year-old.
Yeah, certainly, you're on the gamut of emotions playing in your first game.
And we're underway at the Fortress. So the Isles have won their last 2 trips to Vegas. Eichel with a chance, and he scores! From the slot, Jack Eichel rips it home. And the Golden Knights grab the 1-0 lead.
Well, that's the start they wanted. A great play by Marchessault off the wall as Eichel finds a little loose spot in the slot, and he goes upstairs.
And the Islanders the other way, Barzal into the offensive zone, lead a backhand and a big save, Thompson. Back the other way, Palmieri, and a big save, Thompson. Stone in deep, finds Stevenson, feeds it across, score! Pavel Dorofeev on the redirect.
won back-to-back games, but this play by Chandler Stevenson, what a pass as he finds Pavel Dorofeev all alone.
And now Waugh has it. Works his way up into the circle. His shot, score! Nick Waugh snaps it home. 2 quick ones for the Golden Knights.
And Waugh with a perfect shot upstairs.
Cormier off this draw. Drops it off for Eichel. His shot, score! Upstairs for Jack Eichel. A power play goal. He has 2 tonight, and it's 4-1.
Well, first NHL point for Lucas Cormier, and they can celebrate. Cormier right to the middle of the ice, drags that forward out, and Eichel, great job, walks in right to the top of the dot.
Barzal rolls back, ran into Waugh, turned it over to Kolasar. His shot, and a big save Sorokin. After Barzal put it on a platter for Kolasar, and now Waugh scores! It's a 2-goal night for Nick Waugh.
They keep puck possession. Nick Waugh, little move, fakes back to the point, and then just rolls, takes his ice, and a quick shot to the net as he beats Sorokin.
They did it with contributions up and down the lineup, including an impressive NHL debut for Lucas Cormier and the Golden Knights. Back to their winning ways tonight.
My parents were here. It's great to have them here. They've done so much for me and my sister our entire career, just supporting us since we're young. So it's nice to have them here. It was a great experience from top to bottom.
That's it for this week on Nightlife. Make sure to tune in next week as we mic up Darren Millard and follow him around on game day. Until then, Golden Knights fans, we bid you adieu.